So this has been a very amazing time to take a deeper look into what is coming up through our interactions with others. So during this Create Your Best Life and 7 days of complaint-free living, I know for me we've had, I've had some really wonderful insights that help me to better evaluate the type of energy that I'm allowing into my space, because we're choosing what it is that we are allowing for. And so one of the insights that I had is how are the people around us, and not just the people around us, but sometimes we actually get into a pattern where we're looking at what is coming to us in the form of the media. So yesterday I was having a conversation with someone, and I needed to just kind of say, stop, because it was taking a look at what was going on in our world. And a lot of times I actually do not even watch the news a lot of times, just because I know how it affects my energy. And I acknowledge that if something big is happening in our world, somebody's going to tell me about it. What I like to do is just go ahead and wait for those circumstances where people are letting me know, hey, this is going on. But anyway, yesterday it seemed as though it was prevalent. So I had to say, stop. This conversation is just really heavier than where I really want to be right now. So can we change the topic and talk about something that might be a little bit lighter? And so you can very gracefully shift what it is that is the topic of conversation. And what happened is basically the next topic that came up had another heavy tone to it. And so it just kind of puts into your awareness the kind of energy that different people offer to you and what it is that you want to be in your field. So also, where your focus is. So that's basically the insight that I have for today. And I'm so grateful that so many of you are joining me on this journey and want to just put energy and love to Cameron, which is one of the reasons that I created this time frame, this 7 days, is to help support her in her healing journey. So just if we can all take a moment to just kind of send that loving energy to Cameron and let her know that she's in our prayers and in our thoughts as she continues on her healing journey. So anybody have any questions, or anybody want to raise their hand and we can bring you up on screen and do a little conversation here? Okay, we have Dana. Dana's raised her hand. So let's go ahead and bring Dana up. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Jacqueline. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you so much for being a part of this journey of creating your best life.
You're welcome. You picked an incredible topic, and what you've said is absolutely dead on. And I think a lot of people think if you don't watch the news that you're not informed, but that is so not true. In our society right now, we're so inundated with information and it's everywhere around us that it's hard to miss what is coming at us, and we all know it doesn't come in very positive forms. Mm-hmm. So I applaud you for being conscious of what you're being bombarded with and being proactive in choosing to say, this is my ear space, which happens to affect my mind and the rest of my being. So I just want to say I'm happy to take up this challenge with you and to help others learn maybe affirmations that give them the strength to walk away from things that are bombarding their life so that they can freely express who they are without the encumbrances of people's dumping, and do it tactfully.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for that. And do you have an affirmation you'd like to share with us?
Oh, it's so funny you asked that because seriously, I was reaching towards my pile and I thought, ooh, I wonder if that would be appropriate.
Please do. Please do.
There's so many, but I think the couple of them that I'm really looking at that your talk made me think of, there's three I'm going to pick. I'll pick this one is I freely express who I am. And when you think about that, um, if who you are is being bombarded by somebody else's stuff, then it's really easy. If you picture yourself in a sweater, that's just totally you. I'm just going to use a clothing example because we're going into fall and I'm getting cold. And I have a sweater that's uniquely me, a sweater I really like. But when other people come in and they begin putting their sweaters all over me, sometimes I feel like, oh, that one's itchy, or that one doesn't feel right, or I'm not who I am when I'm in your sweater. So learning to be who we uniquely are and being okay with saying to somebody who comes in and shoulds all over our space with their stuff, we can say, you know what? I really don't have time to listen to that right now. Thank you, but I have other things to do to keep my head clear. So that's why I freely express who I am.
That's a wonderful contribution. Thank you so much for that affirmation. And I see Meg has her hand up, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her up on screen as well.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm also glad to be here to help share in this challenge week that you've got going. This is a fascinating topic. I love this whole challenge. I just heard you were doing it, and I'll listen in to see what else you come up with this week. The thoughts I was having is that it's so important for us to keep a sense of hope and to keep a sense of joy going with our future thoughts, that we see the world as a loving, wonderful place where fabulous things are going on and people are making great strides and developing better ways of doing things and helping people. And we don't get a lot of that information from our media. So it's like there are tremendous, wonderful things happening on this planet. And that's the conversation I feel like we need to be having more, is talking about all the really great people doing really great work. And I think once a year they put a hero show on CNN where they actually bring out people who are doing something nice for the planet. And it's like heartwarming, crying, fabulous stuff. But this is once a year. So, 364 days a year we get garbage, well, a lot of it's made up stuff too. But, it's all negative. So the thing I like to do is see people talk more about the positive things going on. And not to be a Pollyanna and not to say that's not happening over there, but I feel like the more we see the good going on the planet, the more people will be focusing their attention and their energy and their health that way. We won't have so much of this negative stuff anymore. Because people will be inspired by each other to be better people and to help. So I think it's great, and I love your idea of just watching how are we feeling when we're getting this, and do we really need to feel that much? One more thing I want to mention is in the olden days, you almost never heard about what was going on all over the planet. You might have heard that maybe Hank down the road was chopping a tree and cut one of his fingers off or something. You might have heard about one small little thing. Someone got chicken pox down this, in the town. There were very small little amounts of negative news that actually happened. And now we're just inundated with way too much. It's not, our psyches aren't made for this kind of thing. So, good idea. Watch what's coming in and see what you feel like and alter it if needed. Yeah. Anyway.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I thank you both for being willing to come up on screen and raise your hand. And so thank you so much for being a part of this, and looking forward to visiting with you all on um, the next time that we come together. So thank you, and hope you all have an amazing day.
Thank you.